Hi guys, I recently made a video about the update of my add-on Better Pie menu, and this is a new one, and you will see this is nice. I made this one for Blender 4.5 to make it compatible and to add a lot of things and to fix some bugs and to make it even better. So I will show you this in this video, but first, why did I make this add-on? So I made this add-on to improve the Blender workflow. Most of the time you have to go in the UI, like that, to go in the different panels to do whatever you want, and I wanted to be able to do everything in the 3D view. For example, I want to go in face mode, I can directly go in face mode. Sculpt mode, weight paint mode, etc. So this is fast. You have the smart menu to have access to all the tools. It's context sensitive. That means if you go in face mode, you will have something different than in vertex mode and in edge mode. You will have the sculpt mode. You will have the pie menus for the sculpt mode. You will be able to edit those pie menus. You can hide different parts. You can show different UI part with the toggle part, etc, etc. I made everything necessary to be able to edit whatever you want. So if you want to edit the shading, you can come here. You can also edit some cycle settings, some IV settings like that, as you can see, activate ray tracing, etc, etc. You can add some modifiers, some constraints also, as you can see. I will show you this later. If I want to add this, I can do that. You can add favorites, you can use this view or the list view. You can do whatever you want. So that's it. I made this add-on to improve the Blender workflow and to do everything in the 3D view as fast as possible. One interesting thing I added to the add-on is the store mesh selection here. So with this one, you will be able to store selection from the edit mode. For example, if I select those faces, like that, and I click on store selection, I will name it faces, let's name it 1. I will click OK. I will now have in the list my selection with the component. So this is face 1, like that. You will be able to select it, to add some other selection to it, to remove it, to add a vertex group, and to remove the selection itself. For example, if I select this, I will click on the minus button, so now I will remove it. So now if I select my selection, as you can see, I don't have this one. So if I want to add it once again, I will click on this little plus, and as you can see at the bottom, it added 24 faces. Okay, so now if I select it, I will have this. Okay, so this is nice. I can, for example, select, yes, I can select all of this, and create a new selection. So let's name it faces 2. I will click on OK. So now I have face 1, and I will automatically select face 2. Okay, so like that, you have whatever you want, you can add, remove, etc. So that will work with faces, that will also work with vertices. So if I click on a new selection, I will name it verts 1. I will click on OK. So if I reselect my faces, first it will go in face mode and select my face, and here, since it's vertex, I will select the vertex mode and I will select my selection. So as you can see, this is nice. I can do that, add it to my selection. I will deselect just to show you. Bam, now it's on my selection. I will select this, remove it from my selection, and now it's now not in my selection. That will also work with the edges. So let's select all of this, store a new selection, name it edges 1, like that. And this is the same. You have the vertices, you have the edge, and each time it will go in the correct mode to select your selection. So if I go in face mode, I will click on this little button, and as you can see, I have my vertex groups here. So if I click, it will automatically create a vertex group with the same name as my selection, like that. Okay? So if I deselect it, I will select my vertex group, and it will give me this result. Why does it give me this result? Because I was in face mode. Just to show you, I will select this one, and it added this vertex and this vertex, so everything is selected, okay? So this is normal. So let's select this vertex here, like that. I will add those ones to this selection, so plus. So now if I select it once again, as you can see, if I create a vertex group from this one, like that, I will deselect, and as you can see, this time it works, okay? So you need to take this into account, because vertex groups are from vertices, and it will add or remove all the vertices of a face, like that. So if I remove this from my selection, bam, I will deselect it, you will see that it will remove it from the vertex group too. So it will update depending on the selection if you add or remove. But it will not be the opposite. If you edit the vertex group, it will not update this one, okay? Take this into account. This one drives this one. Okay, so as you can see for the store mesh selection, this is nice. You can also, let's see, if I do that, set a color like that. If I select this one like that, I can set another color, or I can choose the color I want and apply it. So let's use this one and apply it like that. So you can create selection and add a color to this selection. So also take into account that the selection can overlap. That means if I select this one for this one and click on this little plus, like that, I will deselect it. If I select it like that, if I add this color, it will overlap, it will change the color of the faces, because the selections can overlap themselves, as you can see here. Okay, so I think that's it for the store mesh selection. You have also this update for this set face color, so you can now add the color you want and apply it like that. So this one is in attribute mode. As you can see in the shading pop-up, you have material, and to see it you need to go in attribute, because it uses the vertex paint mode like that. So to add colors to the vertex paint mode, you need to select a face, you need to go into the vertex mode, select a color, and you will have the set vertex color to add a color to this selection like that. Okay, so on this smart menu, I also added the vertex group here, so like that when you are in vertex mode you can select the vertex groups you want, etc. This is the same with the white paint mode. As you can see, I will deselect this. You have the vertex group, and you can directly select the vertex group and set, let's see, a color like that, or like that. As you can see, this one will change the color here. And if you press on shift, it will apply the color, it will set the white. So like that, you have the shape keys, you have the vertex group, you have all you need to use the white paint mode and the vertex paint mode. Up, like that. Okay, so that's it for the store mesh selection, etc. Let's see the next big update. So what I did was to update the modifier pop-up. So you can directly, previously you were able to add some favorites. Just go in the add-on preferences, options, you will have the modifier settings here, and you will have, as you can see, the modifiers you can add to this modifier pop-up. So I will add the remesh and let's see the skin. And now I will have the skin and the remesh here, okay? So as you can see, this is nice. You can just save your preferences, and you will always have this favorite here. You can hide it here if you don't want to see it, okay? So when you add a modifier, for example, I will add a bevel, you will have the list. Let's add an array too. So you will have access to the list here. And if you click here, you will have access to the normal view, okay? So it's up to you to use the list or the normal view. Personally, I like both because sometimes you need to edit several modifiers at the same time, and you don't want to go to the modifier, etc. You want to keep the one you want open like that, okay? So this is nice. So what did I change in this modifier popup? In fact, a lot of things. Previously, when you created a modifier, let's see, I will add another one here, the item wasn't the good one in the list. So now when you create a modifier from the list, the item is automatically selected. I also updated all of this. For example, if I put this one to move first, as you can see, the item follows, and same if I pin to last, the item follows. Previously it wasn't the case, and now this is the case, so let's remove it. So I made this for the meshes, I made this for the grease pencil, because maybe you don't know, but when you use a grease pencil with this modifier popup, you also have exactly the same thing, as you can see. So you have the array, you have the mirror, I can move it to first, I can pin to last, and that will work, okay? So let's remove this one. You have all the tools here to hide all the modifiers, to hide under render, to apply, to remove, like that. If, let's see, you have another object, I will select both. You will have, as you can see, the copy all, and delete by type. That will work with the mesh 2. So if I copy, I can select the modifier I want to copy. So let's see on this one, let's add the mirror. Select this one, and copy, and I can choose the modifier I want to copy. I will use mirror, and now, as you can see on this one, I have a mirror. If you have a bunch of objects and you want to remove the same modifier, you have the delete by type, and you can remove the mirror and click OK. And it will remove the modifier you want on all the objects. Okay. You can also copy, if let's see this one has nothing, this one has 2 or 3 modifiers, you can copy all the modifiers and it will automatically copy all the modifiers. So this is a nice tool to be fast in the UI, select, remove the modifiers you don't want, etc. If I get rid of all of this, as you can see, I can do the same, copy, or I will select those and click, and bam, I will have this. So, like I said, this works too with the icosphere, so let's increase the number of, not the icosphere, but with the curves. So let's add some fur. And I have my modifier popup, and it's for the curves, like that. If I add a new modifier, it will be automatically selected. I can pin this to last, etc. So everything works with these 3 types of object. And if, let's see, I add a basic curve, like this one, I can edit these settings. So let's do that. Let's edit the geometry. So let's add some depth. If, let's see, I add a subdivision surface, like that, I can edit the level, like that. Let's, on this one, remove it. That will also work with this one. Copy all, bam, that will work. Delete by type, subsurf, bam, that will work. Okay? So all the objects with modifiers will have access to this modifier popup, and with all the tools in this modifier popup. And same if I add a modifier on a selection, it will add it on both, like that, as you can see. So this is also nice. Yes, I show you previously rapidly the smart menu for the curve, and as you can see, you have all you need on this one. Let's continue with this modifier popup, because that's not all. One thing I wanted to do was to add constraint. So I added the constraint if you click on the icon. Maybe I should add both buttons, but I think it's nice to have it hidden like that. So as you can see, if I click, I will have modifiers, and this time I will have the constraint. And that will be exactly the same as the modifiers. You can add the constraint. You can, for example, copy rotation on this one. So now if I rotate this one, that will work. You don't have to come here, to come here, to come here, to add it. You can just do that, and you can add it on the fly. Okay? So this is nice. So on this one, I have this view, I have this view, I can hide all of this or just this, etc, etc. You can see the ones that are on because I have a target for this one, and for this one I don't have a target. So if I select this one, now it works. So if I scale it and if I rotate it, as you can see, that will work. So this is nice. Let's go back to the list view. I like this one. So same, everything will work. If I move this one to move to first, as you can see, it works. Duplicate, it works, etc, etc. Okay. You can also obviously select this and copy the constraint. So select the constraint you want to copy, scale and rotation, and bam, it will work. Okay, so same if, let's see, I remove everything. If I add a modifier, up, I should have it on both the object like that. So this is nice. So this is it for the constraint in object mode. So this is nice. I will show you something interesting because it was requested. Let's add an armature. Let's edit this armature. Let's do this like that. If I select this bone in pose mode, I will have this time the pose constraint pop-up. So this is obviously exactly the same. I can add some constraint on this bone, and if I select this one, I have nothing. Okay, so I can add some other constraint. So I can select this one, I have those ones, select this one, I have those ones. Okay, I can select this and this one, and as you can see, I can copy the constraint I want and click on OK. And now this one will have the same constraint as this one. So like that we have what we want. This is nice. The only thing is that I don't have the copy all. I need to work on this one. You have the delete by type. Let's remove the scale. Bam. And now if I check, I don't have the scale and I don't have the scale. So for the when you are rigging an object, you have everything here, and you have also those tools that are nice. You can add the same constraint on all the objects at the same time, and this is a great addition in my opinion. So same, you can do that or do that, it's up to you. So I think this is okay with the constraint. You have the object constraint here. So as you can see, I have nothing. If I add a limit rotation, as you can see, I can do that. And if I go in edit in pose mode, I will add different constraint. Those ones are in pose mode, and you have those ones in object mode here. Okay, so they are separated, and you can do whatever you want. So that's it for the modifier pop-up. It's a big update, and I hope you will like it. Now let's see the small update. On the custom primitives, let's add a cube and let's add a tube. Why not? As you can see, I have my gizmos, and what I did as a request from a customer was to edit the direction of those gizmos, to be able to edit everything, for example, in the top view. I can do that, do that, do that, do that, do that, etc. So you can edit, like I said, everything like that. Up, 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 etc. So in the view, the gizmos doesn't overlap, as you can see here. So this is nice. Also in the smart menu, because there is a smart menu, you can edit absolutely everything. So this is nice. Up. I added some menus, light linking, because it's useful sometimes. Parenting, if you want to create a group, etc., etc. Cleaning and transforms. Okay, it wasn't there previously. So let's get rid of all of that. Let's add a simple cube. And in the add-on preferences, I added this button scale. So as you can see, I have my button here. And with this one, I can edit the size of those buttons. So if you want big buttons, you can. I like 1.2. For me, this is nice. Or maybe 1.1, like that. Previously, it was 1.3. So at one point, when you have a lot of things with everything open, it was complicated to see everything, as you can see, the smart menu is big. So with smaller values, the smart menu is much better. So maybe let's 1.1 like that. Okay. So that's it. And another thing I did was, let's add a light. Let's add a sunlight, and let's duplicate the light. Let's hide this one, and this one. Oula. This is the shadow. I want to hide this one. So I have my light here. So I have my list of light. I can select the light I want. I can edit the name of the light. It was in the previous version of the add-on. So this is nice. I can also change the color of the light like that. So what I did was also to edit the smart menu here. You can obviously hide this one if you want. Was to edit the menu here, add the menus you need to add, like that, as you want. You will have the track to constraint, the gobos texture, etc, etc. And since this is Blender 4.5, I added the temperatures here. So on my previous version of the add-on, I made the temperature part. It was my code, and now this is the Blender code. Okay, so if you use the previous version on the previous version of Blender, that will be with my code, and if you use Blender 4.5, that will be the code for Blender 4.5. Okay, you will have the temperature and the exposure, and if, let's see, you go in EV, because I switched to EV like that by pressing Control, you will have the menu here. So now, as you can see, I have the activate button directly in the header. Previously, you needed to go inside and to activate it. And now this is much better. This is exactly like in Blender. So that's it for the smart menu for the light. As you can see, this is nice. Don't forget, you have the environment modal to edit the light. Let's see, if I use an area, you will see it. The light size, the light power, like that. Same for the environment if you want to edit the environment here, to rotate it, etc, etc. So this menu is really nice. There is one thing I dislike in Blender, so let's add, I will use in my ultimate character kit, let's use a head, and let's add this one. Up, I press Alt G, and do that. So one thing I dislike in the in Blender is that when you are in edit mode, even if you have the x-axis activated, it will not select the other part. Okay, so what I did was to add in the selection menu, other menu, select mirror with extended. So just like that, bam, you have automatically the selection done. For example, I will undo what I did. You have the select mirror, and as you can see in the red last, you need to activate the extended. So what I did was an operator, in fact, that will call this operator with the extended automatically added. Okay, so if, let's see, I select that, I will come here and I will click, and it will select automatically the mirror part here. So this is something I really wanted to add, because I like to select the other part, and I don't like to go in the last all the time to do that, so just do this. Another thing I dislike, for example, in fact, let's add, same in my ultimate character kit, in the bash meshes, I will add, let's add, why not, this one, this eye. Up, I should have moved it where I wanted to be, so let's use the face like that, and let's move it here. This is really to show you really fast. Let's scale this one, let's move it. If, let's see, you go to EV, like that, one thing I will do will be to activate the EV rendering that will have the ray tracing. And one thing I want to have is the transparency for the inside of the eye. And to do that, you need to set the material correctly with a node. As you can see, EV is really too slow. I really dislike this part on the new EV. This is really slow. And without this node, you will not see through the cornea. and you will not see the inside of the eye. So we just have to wait a little bit. It's really slow. Okay, that's it. So what I did was, if you add a glass material like that, I will have to wait once again for Eevee to compile all of that. So that's it. As you can see here, I have the cornea and I have the inside because I added this value node on the thickness here. Okay, so this is nice. Everything works, and now I have what I want. I don't have to add this. I don't have to go in the material editor, in this setting to activate all of that, etc. I have everything on the fly directly here. Okay. So that's it for the small update. There are some other you can check on the project page for the release note. And as you can see, this is nice. You have access to everything. I like to be able to swap between the different views. So like that, I can keep this one. And you have everything directly in the modifier constraint and the smart menu, in the different pie menus to go whatever you want, to do whatever you want, to go wherever you want. You can toggle the editors like that, etc., etc. So, like I said, that's it for this update. I hope you like it. Don't hesitate to come on the Discord to discuss about the add-on. If you have some requests, if you have some bugs, don't ask for example, support on YouTube. The support is on the Discord for customers and only on the Discord. Okay? So see you later for another video and for this great add-on Better Pie menu. So test it, you will like it.